So people were kind of nervous when, in regards to like seeing that the WWE
Oh,
truck, and they
dude!
knew it was a
Like I
wrap.
said, it was a weird vibe in the air. Like you could cut the tension with a knife, man. Nobody, everybody was because everybody in WCW we had a pretty laid back locker room back then. I mean, everybody was. We didn't have to dress in a suit and tie coming to the arena. Now we had to be there at a certain time. We had to fingerprint in with JJ Dillon security and stuff. Other than that, it was laid back. They just wanted to make sure you're there on time. Like I said, we didn't like in WWE there for a while. I think they all had to wear suit and ties and stuff. And all the guys in WCW were like, we heard about some of these guys being uptight, and we're like, you know, we didn't know if any of the guys were going to be there, but mostly the office people were there. You had like Shane McMahon, you had Stephanie. Vince was not there because they did the deal with the Raw in the WCW that night with Shane saying he bought the company and stuff. But Pat Patterson was there, and a lot of the backstage, Johnny Ace, Johnny Laryngitis was there, and and it was a weird, probably a good hour or two before they called us into a meeting, and we went to catering, and they sat us all down and had a talk with us and assured everything was going to be okay. Everybody's job was fine. Don't worry about it. We're going to sort through this, and everybody's going to have an opportunity to still have a job and keep their spot on the roster. It was encouraging words. It was, they were telling us what we wanted to hear, but it wasn't close to what happened.
So if I could interject here, speaking as a fan, I don't think the younger fans understand what a monumental development that was in the industry, to have a live broadcast where Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon were on WCW TV.
Yeah, it was crazy, right?
Absolutely. So what you've laid the groundwork for here in your discussion is, were all the guys there, the workers, were they led to believe, what, this is great, this thing with Shane is a shoot, and you're going to be brought in and everybody's going to have a job, or was it just that particular night, that Panama City broadcast, was it just complete chaos and confusion?
Well, I think the first part of that's more accurate than the second part, but I think the second part of that was a little true. I think everybody, for the most part, everybody I talked to that night and stuff seemed like, this might be a good thing. There's nothing we can do about it now. So let's be optimistic here. Let's be positive. And I think everybody thought that they were trying to do the right thing, whether they were trying to and they just screwed it up, or whether they had intentions of never doing it in the first place. That's only for them to know, I guess. I've never heard either way, whether it was a work in the boys or not. But I honestly think they just dropped the ball, and I think it was so overwhelming that it actually happened, and people couldn't believe it, that I think they totally dropped the ball and didn't realize what they had.